Good morning, hello, welcome to the TriathlonDan YouTube channel and welcome to the day of triathlon training. You knew that was coming, didn't you? Just out for a run this morning, so I should be doing a long run with the hummus crew. However, I'm going for an open water swim, open water outdoor pool later on this morning. So I'm just going out for a steady jog because I haven't quite fully shaking this cold. I feel like 95% better, but just a little bit snotty. So yeah, just keeping it steady, keeping it short. I'm gonna do 5 miles or so, my classic lunchtime run route, which should just tip me over 30 miles a week. So I'll be happy with that. I feel like I'm treading water at that sort of mileage. I feel like I'm perhaps building a little bit of fitness, but not a huge amount. So I certainly look to increase that in the next few weeks. But rather than increasing my overall mileage, I need to get that quality in of the hill intervals, which I have been doing, and a long run. I need to get a long run in because outlaw half is a long run. Anyway, I'll leave the stats on screen from today's run, and then I will see you at the open water pool, open air pool, and then we'll talk about tomorrow's TT. Okay, so we are now at the Matlock Bath Hotel and Spa. That's right, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So this is Clint knows more about this than me. You guys know Clint, don't you, from a few weeks ago? Clint is the, what's your official title? When you run a company, you give yourself whatever title you like, don't you? Easy Disc President, Chief Executive.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you've been here before. So this is a natural spring-fed pool.
Yeah.
What does that mean? It's running from...
the water flows up from the ground about 1,000 metres, comes down here through a filtration system into the pool. Yeah. Slightly heated, and then goes out that side and down into the river. But it's supposed to have loads of mineral content and healing abilities, so you'll come out of it feeling so fresh and look 10 years awesome younger. And buzzing.
Excellent.
Well, then you'd look 12, Dan.
You'd better stay there for a while.
Yeah, fair enough. I'll spend the day here.
Yeah. And it's actually 37, is it 37 metres long? Is that right?
Yeah.
Doesn't look that long.
Yeah, 37 metres.
Okay. All right. I'll probably forget to change my watch back this week, and I'll go in the pool and feel like I'm Michael Phelps. Anyway, we're going to get in, hopefully it's not too cold, do some swimming, and we'll talk about it afterwards. So this wetsuit I've just dug out of the wardrobe, and it's still got Vaseline on the shoulders from when I last used it at Outlaw X last year. I did in fact leave the wetsuit at the event. They posted it to me, and it's been in that bag ever since. So yeah, we'll see if it actually works. It's not very often I say this about swims. That was absolutely excellent. Not in terms of quality of swimming, but just the facility. So to be able to swim open water with a wetsuit on, in a warmer temperature than open water is, it's absolutely brilliant. So there's no thermometer, but I'd estimate it to be 16, 17 degrees. I got in the water and there's a little bit of a, but nothing major. So I was in a wetsuit, but felt absolutely great. It feels so fast swimming in a wetsuit. It feels really weird. I sort of underestimated how different it feels to swim in the pool. I sort of think, you know, I've done triathlon a few years, therefore I'll be okay. Actually, all those things I still need to go through. I'm glad I wore my tri-suit underneath my wetsuit because I've got a little bit of chafing under my arms, so all those things I need to be aware of before I start trying to swim a half Ironman and Ironman distance. So all those things to address. I think the main problem is that I've got little bits of fat in places where I didn't used to have little bits of fat, but I will just apply copious amounts of Vaseline to those areas and we'll get through it. The pool is 37 metres long. I didn't believe it at first, but my times are sort of thereabouts with if it was a 37 metre pool, so it's good that you can actually get into a proper stroke and feel like you're swimming for a while. Clint was trying to do a 2k swim, but he had fairy liquid in his eyes, so I think he stopped and restarted. But no, real good swim. I think I'm going to get an annual permit for here. So this place is called, as I said earlier, the Matlock Bath Hotel and Spa, and of course there's the big pool, and they've got rules that I can really get along with. So yeah, definitely going to get signed up. And I think there's a tri club that trains here as well, so I might explore that. It is about a 20-25 minute drive from home, so it's like borderline, you know, is it worth doing some running or cycling instead of this? But definitely need to fit this into my race prep in some way, shape or form. And I had in my mind, this is excellent to bring Liz to. Put a wetsuit on, you can stand up for half of it, so a good introduction to open water swimming. She doesn't really know it yet, but she will be doing some triathlons of some sort at some point if I can get her to learn how to swim, because she could do it, she's just a bit anxious about it. But yeah, more on that another day. Anyway, let's get home and then try and get TT bikes sorted for tomorrow's TT. Not really got a huge amount to do, to be honest, so just put my tyres up on that. Good swim, Clint. You keep winking at me, what's going off?
Well, what I do is I put washing up liquid to demist my goggles, but the best idea is actually to wash them out properly before you put them back on. Yeah. So I was halfway through my swim and realised I couldn't see out of one eye. But I didn't want to stop because I was trying to do a 2k TT, but in the end I did have to give up. But it's a good excuse also to get some air in as well.
I thought he'd seen his splits and started crying, but you know, whatever. Good swim though. This is an excellent facility. I can't believe that Clint isn't from around here and has opened my eyes to a facility on my doorstep. So thanks for that.
Nice one.
Okay, so I'm back home. I've had a good nap. I feel a fair bit better. Hopefully tomorrow I'm going to wake up and miraculously have lost this snotty nose, but whatever. So, TT tomorrow, Matlock 10. It goes between Darley-Dale and Bakewell. So I thought we'd have a look at the course and then who's on the start list. So firstly, the course, and you'll see that it's like an S shape, like a lazy S. So we'll start at the bottom there, slowly work our way up, go up to Rowsley, go left and then go right. They're just corners, not junctions. Get to Bakewell, go around the roundabout in Bakewell, and then come back down here. That's a bit of a sharp corner there in Rowsley, but it's not too tight. It should be okay on narrow bars. It might be a bit quick on the way out. In terms of wind, the wind is an easterly wind, so it's coming from over here, coming from Money Ash, going right towards Clay Cross. So we're talking on the way out, crosshead, head, crosshead, and then turn around, cross tail, tail, cross tail. Now this video does go out like the day of the TT, so if you really cannot wait to see how I've got on, check the link in my Strava down below. There'll be a link to my profile, and the event will hopefully be on there if I've done it. The pacing strategy, not that I was holding out to release it after the race day, because it's really not anything like secretive. I'm probably going to start quite hard, probably harder than I intend to. The plan is to go reasonably hard there, go very hard there into the straight headwind, reasonably hard to Bakewell, turn around and then see what's left. Because I haven't done much of this sort of racing, and none this year, it's hard to actually gauge what power I should hold. So I'm just going to go and use that parameter of hard and very hard and see what the numbers are. And then on the way back, if I've got anything left, then great, I'll keep pushing on. But in theory, I should be going harder on the way out than I am on the way back, because that's the quickest way to ride it. Harder into a headwind and easier with a tailwind. But it is predominantly flat, so there is, I can lose time if I go too hard. But a couple of tiny little rises where you slow down to sort of 16, 17 miles an hour, but nothing out of the saddle other than the roundabout. So should be a good day. It's all single carriageway, so it's not super fast, but it should be a good day out. In terms of the rider list, so I think there is a total of 53 riders in it. It's by no means like a big A-race attendance time trial, but there are a fair few people in it that are decent. So let's have a flick through. So we've got Liz. She's the first off for our club, South Normanton CC. It's her first 10-mile open TT, first open TT and first 10-mile TT ever. So look forward to how she goes. Then we have Rebecca Lineker, also from the club. She's a great time trial rider. She won an open time trial a couple of weeks ago, so expecting big things from her. Later on down the list, we've got Matt Bagshaw. He is probably my biggest rival within the club. We have a friendly rivalry that we tell each other is friendly. I'm not sure it is friendly at all, to be honest. But he puts out some big power, but he's quite new to time trialing, so he's perhaps not drilled his position as much as I have. So I'm hoping. But it'd be interesting to see how he goes. So when I might have mentioned once, twice that I did win a club TT a few weeks ago. It was 5 miles. He went last week and did it and won the week one, and he was 2 seconds behind my time. So it could all be to play for. A few minutes behind him is Gary Morrison, also from South Normanton Cycling Club. So he could be on for a good result in the team competition. I think there's only 3 clubs with a team in tomorrow, so it should be good. Matt Waterfield, you've seen Matt on the video a few times if you've watched it every day. He came with me on the course recce. He's been in the videos quite a lot. Now Matt is my 2-minute man, so obviously you can tell what I am really striving for. If I'm honest, I don't know if I catch him. I'll give it a damn good go. Unfortunately, Matt is quite small and light, and being small and light doesn't make you a great TT rider on the flat. He is a great rider, but unfortunately I'll lose out to fatties like myself because we'll just put more power out on the flat. But there you go. Yeah, then 8:16 myself. Scroll down a little bit further. I might have plugged this in the title somewhere. I don't know too many of the riders, if I'm honest. I know Mark Bottrell is Matt Bottrell's brother, so I'm sure he knows what he's doing on a TT bike. Oliver Bridgewood from GCN, formerly of Cycling Weekly, has done a lot of time trial work. Great rider. I was going for my digestion. So I don't know what he's like, to be honest, over a 10 that's local, but I'm going to give it a damn good go. And then Dan Evans, last off, former professional cyclist. He's pretty much still a pro, isn't he? He rides full time. He's ridden some ridiculously bonkers time trial times as well as hill climbs. So really, he's scratch man. He is the man to beat. I don't think that anybody will be anywhere near him, but who knows? It's the race of truth, isn't it? Time trial, and anything can happen on the day. You might not even make the start line. Who knows? So we'll see. But I'll give it a damn good go, and I'll talk you through afterwards. The power and the results, etc. So thank you very much for watching. Keep an eye out for that tomorrow. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button down below. Plenty more time trial content to come this year, because it's the only sort of racing we can really guarantee at the minute, so it seems, on bikes. And I will see you tomorrow at 4 PM. Laters.